Huh? I'm watching.
I think for me it's a very progressive development, and I want to thank the Football Kenya Federation under the leadership of our President Mr. Nick Mwendwa. You can remember that in 2016 when our President said that he'll give equal opportunities to all the national teams, you could realize that we qualified for the Women Cup of Nations in 2016, and we went to prepare in Spain in the Cotif tournament, and where we played the clubs Benfica, Espanyol, Real Betis. So in this organization, we played clubs at that moment, and now I can say that it's a big step for us again, that we are going to play in Turkey, and this time now we are going to face the national teams. We are going to play the first match against Northern Ireland, we play the second match against Chile, and the third match against Ghana. So the situation is, it will help me as a coach to look sharp to my players in terms of this level, and to try to develop resilience in handling back-to-back matches in this specific moments. Because what I can say is for example, this gives us a good preparation, because in the game we are 4 teams and of 2 groups, and this is the previous composition of the Africa Women Cup of Nations. So for me, in terms of going to Turkey, it gives our players, number one, the ability to showcase that they have the quality to compete at the world stage, because as we know that the dream also for our country is for the women national team qualifying for the World Cup. So I think this will give the measure how far we are, or where are we at this moment, to continue working hard towards our qualifiers that also will be coming hand in hand in terms of the Africa Women Cup of Nations qualifiers against Tanzania. So it will means that currently I have new players in camp that I've called in. This composition of team already, half of the team are also getting the first call-ups, and they get into the squad. So for me as a coach, I'll try to look at their qualities and what are their possibilities to help us in the qualifiers against Tanzania. So these players were in the pre-season, because as you know, the WPL will be starting next week. So for me, I treated this week to try to uplift their competitiveness, because of course you cannot manage to do everything in 1 week. So it's a 6-week cycles period, but the principle of play is what I try to brush properly, so that we can try to be competitive enough in this tournament. At this moment, of course, I want also to thank the organizers for the Ongatarongai mini tournament. It helped us a lot in terms of the team cohesion. As you are aware, 4 key players that were in the starting lineup already joined the professional ranks, talking about Annette Kundu and Ruth Ngosi being in Cyprus, and you see a player like Vivian Corazon in Portugal. We have also Cynthia Shiluato, who we have exempted her to complete her move to Spain. So I think the players that we called in We are glad that, for example, a player like Turkish from the Eldoret Falcon, she has tremendously improved step by step since joining camp on Monday, and I think I'll be keen and interested to see how she features in her first debut match. The situation is we have the international players and we have the local players. So the key underlining issues, all of them are players. So they have to compete sufficiently in these positions. So if I check the statistics of the foreign players are better than the players that we have here, okay, then we consider them. But if we look in the situation that the players here that we will be featuring in our WPL Division 1 and all the sanctioned league by the federation, then I think the player that fits the most and is competitive enough, we give them the chances.
Oh, na feel poa juu hiyo ni exposure mzuri kwa team. As in team inaenda, hiyo ni zoezi mzuri pia kwa team juu kulingana na team nini mechi zenye ziko mbele yetu za AFCON, ndio team inaenda kujiandaa poa. Hiyo ni zoezi poa juu ni tournament. So tunashukuru kwa hiyo nafasi, tunaenda kujipush.
Morale kwa kampu iko poa, hususan kwa wachezaji wageni wenye wako Starlet, at least naona wanajipush, wanajikaza. Kimi naweza sema itakuwa poa kabisa juu itatujenga, juu tunapatana na timu at least kubwa then tuko na game na TZ, so unaona TZ at least ni marika yetu, vile tutacheza huko ndio itadetermine kama tutakula TZ ama itakuwaje. But najua ni tuna fiti yenye itamake timu, hata itajenga timu zaidi.